Oi pessoas, tudo bem com vocês? First of all, I hope you all had a good Christmas. Então hoje eu vou falar sobre Natal in Inglaterra. I have some videos I'm going to show you of Christmas in England. Some stuff that I've been filming over the course of December. Basically, I'm going to talk about the month of December and what happens in England and how we celebrate Christmas, what we have for Christmas dinner, kind of traditions we have for Christmas. It's going to be very informative. I'm going to show you some videos. I'm going to show you some videos of the Christmas dinner. I'm going to show you some videos of the Christmas lights that we have in England. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. When the month of December comes is when Christmas jumpers start going on sale. I have an example right here. This is a typical Christmas jumper and people start to wear these. It's kind of just like a cheesy thing. But also like schools and workplaces will have a day for charity where you give like £1 or £2. You wear one of these into school or into work. The next thing, 1st of December, this always happens. Mostly for kids. Maybe I still get one, even though I'm slightly older now. Christmas calendars. It's a calendar with chocolate in. We usually get them as kids. When I was a kid, my mum used to buy these and you hang them on the wall. You open it up and you get a little chocolate inside. Number one, here look. And there it is. There's a little message in the side and the chocolate inside there. Oh, let me show you first. You see that? There's a little reindeer. They usually taste stale and expired. It's still good because it's just a lovely tradition. Another tradition we have is Christmas carols. We used to have to sing them in school actually, but it was also like a kind of tradition to go around to people's houses. You would take a little money pot and you would sing and people were supposed to give you money. Like I had children come to my door, sing a Christmas carol and I'd give them a little bit of money. I did it a few times with friends. And it was just usually to get some money to buy some sweets or something. I think traditionally it was meant to be for like charities or for the poor. Another thing we have is Christmas cards. We always send Christmas cards to like friends or family around the country. So we usually receive a load of Christmas cards. Mince pies. These are actually really weird. The thing you put inside is called mincemeat, but it's not actually meat. It's basically like dried fruit. I personally don't really like them, but they've always been a tradition ever since I've known. They sell them everywhere. So you always find them and people usually buy them. Christmas lights and decorations in the house. It's quite common in this country to see people decorate the outside of their houses with Christmas lights. Some people more than others. You get these like crazy fanatics that usually put a lot of Christmas lights on their houses.
Feel the heart fire burning, baby. Tell that story one more time. We're gonna spend our night living in Christmas style all night, living in Christmas style. That's right, living in Christmas style.
So that takes us up to Christmas Eve. So Christmas Eve for us is the 24th of December. We don't celebrate like you do in Brazil, and I know like a lot of countries in Europe celebrate on the 24th by having a big dinner with family, and then they usually open presents at midnight on the 24th. In England, we just tend to do last minute shopping, go to the pub during the evening. It's quite common to go to the pub with friends and have a drink. We also have midnight mass, which is a church service by the Church of England. So we broadcast this on BBC as well, like a big ceremony for midnight mass. This is not the one with the Pope. This is the one under the Church of England because we have our own Church of England. So we don't show the one with the Pope. It's slightly different, but there's also like Christmas Mass at your local churches, which people usually go to as well. Also on the 24th, when you're a kid, you get a stocking. This is a stocking, and you put things inside of it. Here in England, we will put these at the end of the bed, and in the morning you wake up and it's full of like, typically like it would be full of sweets and little snacks. Mistletoe is like a tradition in England. I'm not actually sure about the origins, and not many people actually do know about the origins. It's basically a plant, and when you hold it over someone's head, they're supposed to kiss you. It's like an old tradition. I guess you see it in films a lot. Everyone knows about the mistletoe, but I can't really say like I've already experienced a mistletoe, someone hanging over a mistletoe over my head. So yeah, not much else to say about that.
The marshmallows toasted.
Christmas Day, the 25th. So the day usually starts, some families will open presents and then have breakfast. Other families will have breakfast first and then open presents. We have breakfast first. It's quite typical to have like an alcoholic drink with your breakfast. Usually like a Bloody Mary or like a champagne with orange juice. What you do after that? Open presents. Yeah, open presents. Look at each other's presents. And then you basically start preparing Christmas dinner.
Don't need nothing fancy. You know, I don't ask for much. The lights were bright on the Christmas tree when I got you next to me. And I've got your loving, our favorite Christmas songs on repeat. The lights were bright on the Christmas tree when I got you.
Christmas dinner usually consists of mainly turkey, vegetables, stuffing. Stuffing's made up with like herbs and usually sausage meat, or it can be like nuts as well, crushed nuts and made into a little ball. We also have like sprouts, these things called sprouts, which are little green things, and they're just horrible, but for some reason they become a tradition to have at Christmas time. I don't think actually anyone likes them, but they're always on the plate. We also have pigs in blankets, which are sausages wrapped in bacon. So that's another tradition. Of course, we have cranberry sauce that always for me has to go with the roast turkey. It's the best combination. It's also quite common to cook more than just one meat. You might sometimes cook like a gammon. Some people cook duck or roast beef, but mainly roast turkey is like the main one. Christmas crackers. So Christmas crackers are laid out on the table, and you have this like big family dinner on Christmas Day. And you sit around the table and you put a cracker for each person, because I think we have one. So this is a Christmas cracker. We put these on the table, and basically with another person you pull them. That usually happens, and basically whoever gets this side, the longer side, wins. What's inside? What is inside is always a cheesy joke, which I'm going to read to you in a minute. A paper hat, which you're supposed to wear, through there. Okay, so you always wear these Christmas hats, that's a tradition. Yeah, like that. And then you get a little toy. Here we have a little water pistol. These usually piss me off, to be honest, because the kids get hold of them and put water in and start squirting water in your face when you're trying to have a conversation with your grandmother.
8 minutes to all. 1, 2, 1.
It's ready.
So they always have a little like cheap toy inside as well. And then once everyone has their jokes, we always read them out. Here's a typical joke. What do you call a crate of ducks? Box of quackers.
That's silly.
Okay. What do you call the crate?
Quack. The sound they do.
The quack.
Sound.
Box of quackers. What's quackers?
The sound that
I know, but like...
I don't know, it's just like
yeah. As usual, a terrible joke. To be annoying. Christmas pudding. I'm going to show you a shot of Christmas pudding.
It feels like Christmas, these memories we make. And all the world is wonderful, it's on display to see. Feels like Christmas.
Made up of dried fruits. Really weird methods of how to make a Christmas pudding. I don't actually know if anyone makes them. We usually just buy them because they take like really long to make. We always pour a bit of brandy on top and then light it on fire. Another tradition is to put a silver coin inside, and whoever gets that silver coin in their piece of cake, it's like gets good luck, gets to keep it, and supposed to have good luck for the rest of the year. Oh no, okay, so I actually wrote down. This tradition is thought to have originated in the court of King Edward II, where a bean or dried pea was placed inside the pudding, and whoever got that slice with the pea or dried bean, wherever it was, would be crowned king or queen for the day. Once Christmas dinner's done, or during Christmas dinner, always have the Queen's speech at 3 PM, and it's basically just the Queen waffling on about like what happened in the year and what she kind of expects from the next year, and how the British people have been great when we haven't really. Yeah, just kind of like a typical thing, like a generic speech from the Queen at 3 p.m, but everyone usually watches it. It's kind of like a Christmas tradition to watch the Queen's speech. And then as it comes to the evening, we have loads of like special TV shows that are made for Christmas. Soap operas usually have like a special Christmas episode which has like a big dramatic storyline, so it's quite common that families will talk about that and discuss that and say, we need to watch the soap opera tonight because it's going to be a big story, someone's going to die or something. The day after Christmas we have Boxing Day, and this day is usually, like for me and a lot of other families, will be kind of like almost like another Christmas day in a sense, but it'd be like for the family that you didn't see on Christmas Day. So for me it used to be travelling down to my grandmother's house to see my aunties, my uncles, my cousins, and we would all like meet up at my grandmother's house and have dinner there, and then again exchange gifts. Christmas Day for me was typically with my immediate family. Boxing Day is a national holiday in the UK, so everyone's a day off. You're recovering from a hangover and seeing more family, basically eating more food. Did a bit of research here. Boxing Day came from when people in the old days used to have servants that used to serve their food obviously all the time, and obviously Christmas Day was a busy day for them. Boxing Day was a day when the people would box up gifts for the servants, apparently. And again, yeah, on Boxing Day football is played all across the country, so it's quite common that people go to watch football or they watch it on TV. I like Boxing Day, it's nice, it's like the day after Christmas. It's just a day to like recover from a little bit of a hangover, recover from eating too much and just watching Christmas films basically. We also have Boxing Day sales, which is kind of like a Black Friday for us. It's basically like when all the shops reduce their products and sell things for cheap. I remember when I worked in retail and I was 17 years old, I was supposed to work on Boxing Day. The shops open really early. They told me to come at 5 o'clock and I misunderstood, and I thought they said like 5 in the afternoon. And at 6 AM the manager rang me and said like, where are you? And I said in bed obviously. And they said you're supposed to start at 5 AM. So that was a bit of a shock to me because the shop actually opens at 6 AM. It's way too early to be opening a shop, but it does actually get really busy on Boxing Day and it's kind of chaos really. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that was informative and you learned about the British traditions of Christmas. I hope you guys have had a good Christmas. It's been a very difficult year for many people, so I'm hoping for a positive 2021. Have a happy new year and I'll see you guys next year. I look forward to making more videos with you guys and sharing more stories and information and knowledge about British culture, and hopefully speaking a bit more Portuguese as always, because I didn't speak any Portuguese in this video. Até mais, até logo. Ciao. You want to show your show it to the camera? Show it to the camera. Wetting it up. That is a typical Christmas t-shirt. Sported by my lovely mother.
Santa's helper.
Santa's helper, an elf.
Very cute.
Very cute. So what's going on? Tea's ready?
Tea's ready.
Tea's ready.
Christmas time. Hard to sleep, feeling so squirrely.